Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, friends and families. Hope this video meets you in the best state of mind and iman. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here. Today I just want to talk about modesty in Islam, and because modesty means the humbling of the soul, it is the behavior, the manner and the appearance intended to avoid indecency. In an hadith narrated by Abu Hurairah, the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, said, Iman consists of 60 branches and modesty is part of Iman. So for you to be a Muslim, for you to say, oh, you have faith in Allah and the Prophet, you should be modest. Also the Prophet, people you often think that being modest has to do with just wearing the hijab or putting on the niqab. No, modesty surpasses just wearing the hijab or putting on the niqab. Modesty, it has to do with the way we talk, the way we relate with people, the way we act. This is also modesty. Aside the dressing, modesty also has to do with your character, in generally the character. So we should know that we should be modest in the way we dress. We should be modest in how we talk to each other. We should be modest in the word we use, in how we, in what we look at with our eyes, where we go to with our legs. What we spend our money and time on, we should be modest with it. So Islam teaches us ways to support and advise one another. We should also know that no one is as it all, no one is perfect. So we should not talk to people in a condescending manner that will make them depressed. It's now an internet age whereby we can just sit behind our laptop, behind our keypads and talk to people. We troll them, thinking because we think we are better than them. No, that is not modesty. We should be careful with the way we talk to people, with the way we relate to people. And we should also know that Allah has not made anyone perfect. No one is perfect. Everyone has their own struggles. Some people struggle with the hijab. Some people struggle with salat. Some people it's pornography. Some people it's controlling their anger or their emotions. So no one can have it all. Whatever it is that is your own weak point, or whatever it is that you think is your strength, you should not now capitalize on the weakness of someone else. Regardless of all this, we should know that if one loses modesty in his tone, in his body language, in his habits, in the body language and habits, the other good qualities in that person will also be lost, and he loses his respect. As long as the person is modest, he will be free from every kind of insult or every kind of disgrace. In Islam, men and women have the responsibility of upholding their modesty and controlling their desires in the society. Whether someone behaves or dresses modestly or not, it is obligated upon every individual to guard their own chastity. So you don't say, oh, because the girl in my class or the girl in my street dresses naked, then you need to you should let that affect you. If someone is dressing naked, then you lower your gaze. Allah has said to the believing men twice, because people think, okay, as a lady you have to be modest. No, Allah commands the men to maintain modesty twice more than the women. And Allah says in Quran 24 verse 30 to 31 that, tell the believing men and women to lower their glances and to guard their private parts. That is purer for them. Allah is well aware of whatever they do. And Allah repeated it again. Say to the believing men, and that makes it 2 times. Say to the believing men that they restrain their eyes and guard their private parts. That is purer for them. Surely Allah is well aware of what they do. The key to modesty is knowing that Allah is aware of what you do and shying away from that which is forbidden. We should know that Allah only desires what is best for us, and as Muslims we must submit totally to the will of Allah. May Allah make it easy for you and me. May Allah help us and grant us modesty in all our doings. Jazakumullah khairan for listening to this video. Kindly subscribe to my channel and turn on post notification button so you get alerted when I drop a new video. Kindly like and comment. I'll see you in my next video, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.